At the start of this season, he kind of goes off on his own again. He's got a bigger plan of attack. Not everybody's behind it, and he's working with a bunch of new compadres, and he's kind of on he's on a different journey again. Very focused on trying to eliminate the problem.
Yeah. After being kidnapped by Vaughn and them, it's been pretty crazy to sort of go up against Quinlan and feel his power and see something that Gus has never seen before. Sort of this being that is just all powerful and sort of trying to make him do what he wants to do, but at the same time, Gus is trying to figure out his path. He's gone through a lot of losses, and he just wants to right his wrong, to this day. Gus goes into, he gets picked up by the police and he gets treated a certain way, which I think is very relevant to what's happening today. There's racism, there's all these things that the show touches on. And if you look deeper than just the monsters and being scared, there's a really beautiful political message, I think, that for Gus, too. I think he's somebody that comes from the street. It's easy to write him off and look at him like, oh, he's a criminal, he's a bad guy. But if you really look at the guys and people that come from the struggle, that they're not all criminals. A lot of times they're victims of their circumstances, and they're actually good people, and they have a lot of integrity. And if you give them a chance, they could actually make it out. And that's what I take away from the character the most. Just never quit, keep fighting. You know what I mean?
Amen to that. I'm a big fan.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, wow, there you go.
Yeah.
You want me to try to follow that? I mean, for me...
But he deals with a lot of the same stuff.
Well, we definitely judge us a certain way, and you can't judge a book by its cover in both cases. For me, this season, the third season, we really kind of peeled the onion and looked below the surface of a lot of that bravado.
I think for our characters, it's not that they're tough guys, or that they're just these strong guys or just super courageous guys. No, they've been conditioned that way in their life. They've had to survive. They've dealt with death. Like when Gus walks out the door, I'm sure with Fett too, he's conditioned to say, I could die today. You know what? I got to survive, and I got to feed my family by any means necessary. And I think a lot of people that come from those circumstances feel that way.
That's why Gus and Fett aren't ever caught on their heels. They're conditioned, and I think that's balls to their feet attacking. Yeah.
And that's what they recognize in each other when they see each other. I feel like last season when they pointed the guns at each other for the first time. For me, as Gus looking at Fett, I saw a reflection, and I saw the respect right away, and that's why nothing went on from there. The guns came down. I think you'll see a lot more of that this season.
Does it affect him directly? There really isn't a whole lot of opportunity to kind of sit and bask in the moment. Unfortunately, we just have to keep moving forward. But I think it definitely triggers him kind of opening up in different ways throughout the season, the vulnerability definitely comes to the surface a little bit more, which is really fun and interesting to play, especially in such a hard, macho kind of guy.
They do look to you look to Fett as the leader, as the guy who's going to move mountains for him. You know what I mean? Well, that's how I kind of.
It was really a great challenge for us this year to kind of, I don't want to say too much about the third season, but it's really wonderful to see these characters that we've grown to love kind of understand that there's a strength in numbers, and moving forward, it does move towards a type of unity that maybe we hadn't seen before.
Silver lining. I think that silver lining is love. To be able to get through this, you gotta have something deeper than anything superficial. It's got to be love. So that's the only thing that's going to carry us through.
Yeah, end on love.
Yeah, bro. Right. I love you, man.
The strain is all about love.